is a reason I repeat the same core message to almost every man who comes to me looking for guidance about intimacy and connection with his partner. It may sound unusual at first, but it is rooted in years of listening carefully to women, studying human physiology, and seeing how small changes in understanding can completely transform a relationship. I am Dr. Evelyn Hartwell, and my work focuses on helping people improve their health, communication, and emotional closeness in ways that are respectful, informed, and grounded in science rather than myths or unrealistic media portrayals. Over the years, one of the most common frustrations women share is not a lack of affection or desire, but a disconnect between what their partners think feels good and what actually does. Many men are well-intentioned. They want to please their partners and believe they are doing the right thing. Unfortunately, much of what they have learned comes from exaggerated or unrealistic sources that prioritize visual impact over comfort, sensitivity, and genuine pleasure. As a result, actions that may look impressive on a screen can feel uncomfortable or even unpleasant in real life. I once spoke with a patient who came to see me for a routine health issue. As we were finishing up the appointment, she hesitated and then asked if she could share something personal. She explained, very calmly, that she had been pretending to enjoy a certain aspect of intimacy with her husband for more than a decade. There were no tears or anger in her voice, just a quiet resignation. She loved her partner deeply and did not want to hurt his feelings, so she chose silence over honesty. What struck me most was not the length of time, but how common this story is. Many women feel pressure to perform or reassure their partners instead of expressing discomfort, and many men never realize that their efforts are missing the mark. From a medical and neurological perspective, this disconnect makes sense. Certain areas of the body are extremely sensitive, containing thousands of nerve endings in a very small space. This sensitivity means that subtlety, rhythm, and consistency matter far more than speed or force. When stimulation is too fast, too sharp, or too unpredictable, the nervous system can become overwhelmed. Instead of building pleasure, it creates a kind of sensory overload that causes the body to pull back rather than lean in. This is not a failure on anyone's part. It is simply how human biology works. A more effective approach begins with understanding that arousal is not a switch that flips instantly. It is a gradual process that involves blood flow, nerve signaling, anticipation, and emotional safety. Rushing straight to the most sensitive area without preparation is a bit like turning the volume all the way up without letting the music start softly. The body needs time to adjust, to warm up, and to feel secure. That is why I often encourage men to think in terms of gradual engagement rather than immediate intensity. Starting with broader, less sensitive areas allows the nervous system to ease into the experience. Slow, unhurried movements and gentle pressure send a signal of patience and attentiveness. This phase is not a delay or a formality. It is a crucial part of the process. It stimulates deeper nerve pathways and increases blood flow, which naturally enhances sensitivity later on. Once the body is fully responsive, consistency becomes more important than variety. Many people assume that constant change is exciting, but in reality, the nervous system often responds best to a steady, predictable rhythm. This allows the brain to relax and focus on sensation rather than trying to keep up with sudden shifts. Gentle, sustained contact encourages blood to remain in the tissue, supporting comfort and responsiveness rather than irritation. Another overlooked element is the role of sound and presence. Intimacy is not just physical, it is deeply psychological. When a partner feels that the other person is fully present, engaged, and genuinely enjoying the moment, it reduces anxiety and self-consciousness. Many women carry quiet worries during intimate moments, such as concerns about time, appearance, or whether their partner is truly comfortable. These thoughts can interrupt the body's natural responses. Clear signals of attentiveness and enjoyment help quiet that inner dialogue and create a sense of safety. It is also important to address popular trends and advice that circulate online without any scientific backing. Techniques that involve extreme temperatures or sudden shocks to the body are often promoted as ways to intensify sensation. But from a physiological standpoint, they can do the opposite. Cold, for example, causes blood vessels to constrict, reducing blood flow to the area. Healthy arousal depends on increased circulation, warmth, and relaxation, not restriction. Understanding basic anatomy and vascular response can help people avoid well-meaning but counterproductive habits. Even when someone learns better techniques, mindset remains critical. If intimacy becomes a performance or a checklist, the pressure can undermine the experience for both partners. People are remarkably sensitive to each other's emotional states. If one person is rushing, distracted, or focused solely on an outcome, the other often feels that tension as well. True connection comes from curiosity, patience, and a genuine desire to share the experience, not from trying to achieve a specific result as quickly as possible. Health factors also play a role in responsiveness and sensation. Circulation, hormonal balance, stress levels, and overall wellness all influence how the body reacts to touch. Supporting vascular health through proper nutrition, regular movement, hydration, and when appropriate, evidence-based supplements can make a noticeable difference. When blood flow improves, sensitivity and comfort often improve along with it. No technique exists in isolation from the body's broader health systems. After intense stimulation, sensitivity can increase to the point where continued direct contact becomes uncomfortable. Knowing when to shift focus or allow the body to rest is another aspect of being attentive and respectful. Intimacy is not a race, and it does not need to follow a rigid script. Paying attention to responses and adjusting accordingly shows care and emotional intelligence. The broader lesson in all of this is that good intimacy is less about copying what you have seen elsewhere and more about listening, learning, and staying present. Communication, even when it is nonverbal, is the foundation. When both partners feel safe, respected, and genuinely desired, their bodies are far more likely to respond in positive ways. To put these ideas into practice, start by slowing down. Spend time on gradual engagement rather than jumping ahead. Use steady, gentle movements instead of frantic ones. Maintain a consistent rhythm and allow your partner's responses to guide you. Stay mentally present and approach the experience with curiosity rather than expectation. Most importantly, let your partner feel that you are there because you want to be, not because you feel obligated or trying to prove something. In the end, intimacy is a shared experience, not a performance. When approached with patience, understanding, and respect for the body's natural processes, it can become a powerful source of connection and trust. Learning the science behind sensation, circulation, and nervous system responses gives people tools to move beyond guesswork and toward experiences that are genuinely fulfilling for both partners. Related to this discussion, it is worth emphasizing the importance of open communication in relationships. Many misunderstandings persist simply because people are afraid to speak honestly about what they feel. Encouraging calm, non-judgmental conversations about comfort, preferences, and boundaries can prevent years of silent dissatisfaction. Education also plays a vital role. When individuals understand basic anatomy, arousal patterns, and the effects of stress and health on intimacy, they are better equipped to make thoughtful choices. Finally, remembering that intimacy evolves over time can help couples adapt with compassion. Bodies change, circumstances change, and needs change. Approaching those changes as a team, with curiosity rather than frustration, is one of the most effective ways to maintain closeness and mutual respect over the long term.